Hiya, glad to see you here. In this video I will share a process of creating this scene that has been heavily inspired by an English pub garden. So without much longer intros, let's get into this video. First things first, I start by blocking out the scene from the sketch I had done some time ago. It took some time to roughly create items I wanted to have in the scene and could initially think of. It is the middle of the summer here in UK, and I thought it would be very appropriate to create a scene that celebrates one of the most iconic spaces that I know to be a British space, pub garden, often also called a beer garden. During summer, pub gardens are one of the most visited spaces in UK. There are a lot of reasons why. Sitting in a usually well-shaded back garden, having a cold drink and spend some time with your friends. But pub gardens doesn't only serve as a space for a drink. It also allows to have a lovely meal that tastes like no other. The term pub lunch or pub dinner refers to it and is used here in UK. Pubs also facilitate business meetings, board game nights, reunions, celebrations and other activities. These are truly spaces for communities. I love a good foodie pub that is dog friendly. The main objective of this scene is to practice my lighting skills to achieve an evening light atmosphere. The secondary objective of this scene was to improve my modeling workflow. Once I have done a rough block out of the scene, I am starting to work out the items. In this scene I wanted to incorporate quite a few items like condiment boxes, glasses, chalkboards, heaters and so on. I further learned to use certain functions that help my workflow in terms of the efficiency. I learned a great deal between the link duplication, which is Alt-D, and the just regular duplication, which is Shift-D. This is a good trick if you have items that are repeating itself like condiment boxes. Instead of changing each item, I only have to change one or all the linked items to change with it. It would act like a block instances in Rhino, components in SketchUp or families in Revit. The concept in all modeling softwares is the same. One of the characteristics of the English pub garden is to have foliage in these gardens. As pub gardens tend to be an enclosed concrete area at the back of the pub, it is important to make it more appropriate for the visitors that might spend hours in these spaces. One of the things I definitely wanted to incorporate in the scene is wisteria, as I noticed a few reference photos that wisteria is used as a shading device, creating an amazing lighting. To achieve that, I used geometry nodes to distribute the leaves and wisteria. I also wanted to utilize plants that I created in my 36 Days of Type challenge. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link in the description below. It's one of my best videos so far. Pub garden is also a space that I have a lot of memories of. My degree might as well be coming from pub, knowing how much time we spent there after lectures, tutorials, and generally long days in studio. As much as it was about a drink back then, it was also about relaxed conversations and discussions of the projects we were working on at the time. Talking about summers, summer in UK is a wonderful time. I personally have spent summers in London and there is magic to London in summer. One of my favourite spots there is promenade along the South Bank from Tate Modern all the way to the City Hall in London Bridge area. London is a cultural epicentre. There's no denying that. There's always something going on. A stand-up comedy, small gigs, exhibitions and other experience-oriented venues, and it is best enjoyed during the summer. While I was working on the items to be more detailed, I had a little itch to add a balcony part for the project. I think that has helped the scene to be more intricate as well as helps to flesh out lighting part on the top of the scene and bring more detail overall. I learned a lot about lighting and how much lighting I should place in the spaces to create this atmosphere. I definitely feel like writing has been successful for this scene and I want to take these learnings into the next scene. I definitely underestimated how many light sources I should add into scene. There's well-known method as 3-point lighting, but that is way too little to achieve this sort of atmosphere. I encourage you to try out to place loads of lighting to really get the atmosphere right. While the main focus was lighting, I also wanted to focus on my workflow and finding methods that help me to be more efficient. I used the link method to detail up the items as well as used array modifier where appropriate. Some parts of my workflow still haven't changed much and still are pretty basic. The way I model furniture like bar or counter have stayed pretty much the same throughout my blended adventures. I will be looking into how to improve that. Once I finished up with the items I blocked out, I continued to add some more items and fiddle with them to create lots of details. I did use other items I modeled in other scenes from my asset library. Leave a comment if you would like to know about asset libraries more and how it can improve your modeling. One of the big design challenges I had in this scene was to optimize the geometry of the arches and the doors. I took a long time to work out the geometry to blend all the unnecessary geometry together. Once I was done with it, and they decided to crash. So once I redid the doors and arches, as it didn't save them, I started to work with materials. I used quite a lot of materials from my asset library and adjusted certain materials to be slightly different and not looking the same. To make sure the brick looked somewhat correct, I had to UV unwrap the arches, make sure the bricks were not stretched. Once I was done with the material placing, I fiddled quite a bit with rendering settings to create the best renders I could in this time. I was playing with camera angles, and this is the final result. I'm very proud to see the final product, as I didn't anticipate it to be like this. I learned a lot about lighting, and do not be scared to place a lot of light sources into the scene. I hope you enjoy this scene. You can follow me on Instagram, 3D by Ellie, and in the meantime, subscribe to this channel, like the video, leave a comment of what other scenes I should try out and model, and show you the process, and have a good day.